Welcome to the channel, It's All Thrifted. I'm Katie and I'm a part-time eBay seller here with a what sold video from last week. The dates are August 11th through 18th. I had a total profit after cost of goods, taxes, fees, and any discounts that I had on my store of $401.78. I think I had 17 sales, so let's get into it. I primarily shop at Goodwill and a small thrift, and I sprinkle in a little bit of consignment store also. So I will try to let you know where I got it and how much I paid for it. The first sale are these Lululemon on the move pants in a women's size 4 in a navy stretch, and I have office and travel. So they're a really like athleisure material, but they're very sleek and you can definitely wear them to work. I got them from the smaller thrift that I go to. They have a standard price on pants of $8.99. I had a coupon that comes out in our local paper twice a month. So I definitely cut that coupon out and took it in and used them on these pants. So my cost was $3.99. They sold for full price of $49.95, which left me with a profit of $39.90, and they sold in how many days? 78 days. So that was a great sale to start the week. Next up, these REI women's hiking / backpacking cargo shorts. They're in nylon. They had no size tag in them, so I did take measurements, and they correlated to the REI size 6 to 8, which I had in the listing. These sold on, I had a 15% off sale in my store for probably the weekend because sales have been pretty slow over the summer, and they sold for $16.99. I did get a return request for these yesterday, and they are back in the mail to me. So I would have made a profit of $10.27. My cost was $3.50. They were the half price tag color at Goodwill that day that I picked them up. And it took them 187 days to sell. We're still in hiking season, so I'm hopeful that they'll sell again, but I might be holding on to them after they come back. Next up, we have a pair of Travis Matthew swim board shorts in a 36. They are called the Cutting Corners board short with an inseam of 9.5. They have a nice little patriotic logo at the bottom. I was happy to sell these while we're still in the summer. I bought them approximately 186 days ago, and I paid $4.99. I had a sale going, this is the same weekend, but I ended up getting an offer of $22 on these, and I took it. My price was $4.99, and I made $12.84. I don't really pick up Travis Matthew anymore unless it's a good price. Like they were priced at $4.99, so I was more inclined to buy them. But I don't really pick it up anymore because it doesn't command really over $20 for any of the items that I picked up, the polos, the shorts. So paying $7 at the thrift, there's just not enough profit there for me. The next sale is a Coach Poppy multicolor tartan crossbody bag, and it did have a flaw. I like to put in my listings in the title that there's a flaw just for full disclosure so that when somebody opens the listing, they know that they're looking for something specific and there won't be any surprises to it. So the flaw was that there was some staining and cracking on the interior, and I disclosed that. Otherwise, it was in really good condition, pretty clean, some minor exterior wear. And this sold for an offer of $25. I had paid the standard price on purses at the thrift store is $5.99. They will mark up individual purses if they see brand or just whatever they feel. So somehow this one slipped through. So for $5.99, I definitely picked it up. It sold for $25. Like I said, I made a profit of $14.06 in 178 days. This next sale is a pair of Noble Outwork trainer shoes in a men's 10.5 army green stability CrossFit. These shoes are pretty popular in the CrossFit gym community. They retail for about $150. They were in great condition. I got them at, I believe, the 4th of July Goodwill sale where everything was half off. So they were listed at $15 and I got them for $7.50. The buyer and I went back and forth on these. I think they sent me a $25 offer and I had them listed at $55. So I did decline the offer. I decline if it's more than 50% and I feel like it's a really good item, I will decline. And most of the time when I do that, the buyers do come back at a higher price. They might be trying to get like the best deal that they can, which I respect the hustle and I'm not offended when I get low offers like that, but I will decline. So they ended up coming back, I think at 33, I countered at 40, and then they ended up sending me a $36 offer and I took it, which left me with a profit of $23.75, and those took 38 days to sell. This next sale was an exciting sale. It's a Frank and Eileen Shirley oversized white button-up shirt, 100% cotton. These shirts sell for $228 on the Frank and Eileen website, which is wild. I can't imagine paying that much for a shirt. I got this at a consignment store local to me. I was out to coffee with my friends since our kids went back to school, and we decided to pop into the consignment store that was next to the coffee shop. And I had actually found a different Frank and Eileen shirt that was like a soft cotton fabric shirt that wasn't in the best condition, but I showed my friends and I said, hey, this is a really good brand. If you ever find it, it's awesome. Not 2 minutes later, my friend pulls this shirt out and says, Katie, look, and it was awesome. That was so exciting. Shopping with friends is great. I recommend it. So I picked it up for $17.99. It was priced really reasonably. It's a super cute shirt. I had it listed for $92.95. I went back and forth with this buyer as well. I think their first offer was $45. I did decline that offer, and because I had a lot of interest on it right away. This is the first Frank and Eileen piece that I picked up. So I was really excited and I thought it would sell pretty quickly. They ended up coming back with a final offer of $65, which I accepted, leaving me with a profit after shipping and fees and tax of $37.15, and my cost of goods taken out of that too. And it sold in 4 days, which was awesome. On all of my sales, I do have shipping included on the price that I'm sharing with you. And I do calculated shipping on eBay. So they pay based on the weight and the dimensions of the package and how far it's going. This next sale is an Eddie Bauer men's size large vintage 90s brown leather bomber jacket. And it is very distressed. This belonged to my father-in-law. He went through his closet. He and my mother-in-law went through their closets and they let me go through a few bags of their clothes and see if I wanted to sell anything, and then donate the rest. So that's what I did. I took this one out. It was really in excellent condition. It has some worn in looking around the pockets. I don't know if that's intentional or if that's just from it being lived in, which is how I described it in the listing. It didn't have any rips or stains. It was really in good condition. I had it listed at $110. I accepted a best offer of $80. My cost of goods was $0. Thank you to my father-in-law. And I made a profit of $66.96 in 58 days. So that was awesome. Shout out to my father-in-law again. This was his shirt too. This is an Everlane uniform men's large Oxford button-down shirt in dark blue. It did have a small flaw on it. There was a little blemish to the fabric at the bottom right here. I took a couple pictures of that. I don't pick up Everlane, but because I got this for free and it seemed to be a really expensive shirt online. I think it was like $90 online. So I thought I'm gonna list it. I ended up taking an offer of $19 and that left me with a profit of $15.07 after 41 days. So that was great too. This next sale is a pair of mother jeans. They are the Insider, the Washes Weekend Warrior, and they were a size 29 waist. They had a little boot cut to them, so I knew that they would sell pretty quickly from when I picked them up. I picked them up back in January, I believe. And they sold, here's a story time. They sold within 2 days for $75. These jeans were returned, and that's because, as you can see here, they are hemmed. And I did not know that when I bought them. So I originally sold them not knowing that the bottoms had been hemmed. The buyer received them and I did not hear from them for probably over a month. And then I got a message saying that they hadn't been in town, didn't open the package. And when they did, they tried them on and noticed that they had been hemmed. So she sent me the pictures. I saw, yes, those have been hemmed. So she opened a return, and through my policy, I did not have to accept the return, but I wanted to because this was my mistake. This is still the first item that I've received a return on for item not as described. So I went and looked through all the rest of the pants that I've picked up, and now I definitely look at all of the bottoms of pants to make sure that they haven't been hemmed, or if they have, that I still want to pick them up. So that was a learning experience. I ended up paying the shipping both ways on that one. So I was at a loss of about $20 the first time they sold, and they sold again, which is great. And I received positive feedback from the buyer. So we love that. Hopefully they'll stay gone. I picked them up at the thrift store when they were having a pants sale of all pants, $3 a piece. I picked up these mother jeans and also another pair of Mother Superior jeans that were not hemmed. And those are still for sale in my store. These sold on an offer to the buyer of $49.46. I made a profit of $38.40 in 122 days from the last time I listed it. So after all is said and done, I made a little under $20 total on these jeans. But I'm happy that they found a new home, and they really were nice. So I'm glad. This next sale is a Torrid size 3, 22 to 24, purple floral asymmetrical one-piece swimsuit. It was new with tags, but I do have it listed as new with imperfections because it had a tiny little slit at the skirt down here. Yeah, just a tiny little cut to the fabric. Otherwise in new condition. Such a cute skirt on it. I like to include the picture of, let's see. I do include the hygiene liner photo in there. It just must be further down. Anyway, I had it listed for $60. It had a price tag on it of USA $98.90. I accepted an offer of $40, and My cost was $12.99 at Goodwill. That was the full price that they were asking for. I ended up making a profit of $17.46 in 146 days. And since we're coming sort of to the end of swim season, I am willing to take more offers on the swimsuits that I have in my store. I noticed that they sold for higher prices like really early on in the year. Like I was selling full price swimsuits in February. So now that I know that, going forward, I'll try to pick up discount swim in the winter, hopefully, and then it'll sell still in the winter. Yeah, so that was a good sale. Happy to get that out. The next sale is an American Girl sparkle gem earring set for dolls. They got 4 pair. This cost me $1.99 at the Goodwill. They were having a 50% off summer blowout sale. So this was the week before my kids went back to school, so they came with me and we shopped for about an hour. These were right at the checkout for $1.99 and they were not on sale. They didn't have any of their like housewares or toys on sale, so this is what it was marked as. I listed them for $19.95. From looking online, it looked like these were a discontinued style. They have like crowns and diamonds and bows, and they sold for full price at $19.95. I made a profit of $14.88 in just 11 days. American Girl items are very expensive. So right when I saw the logo, I thought I should pick those up. Next up, we have a Free People Movement size large free throw ribbed cropped tank in pale pink. I got this for half price. It was marked at $6, so I paid $3 at Goodwill. And I got home and looked up the comps on it, and it originally only sells for $30 on the Free People website, but the sell-through rate was pretty high. So I was glad that I picked it up, considering I did not check it in the store. I just grabbed it because Free People, for some reason, I love picking it up. I do have a hard time selling it. So yeah, I don't know if I'll learn from that, but maybe. Did I say I sold it for $16 and I made a profit of $9.43 in 79 days? So I must have picked that up at the half price Memorial Day sale at Goodwill. My husband was off work that day, so I was able to go thrifting in the morning while he stayed home with the kids. Next up, we have an Eddie Bauer Petite Large Microtherm Free Fuse Purple Down Hooded Jacket. And it had an 800 fill. The color was Cosmos, which was this pretty magenta purple color. I had it listed for $80. I got it at the thrift store that has a standard price on jackets of $8.99. I was surprised they didn't individually mark this higher because like with the purse previously, they do mark up certain things. It just depends. It depends what it is, I guess. So I got this for $8.99. I sold it for $55 and made a profit of $36.38 in just 4 days. And so I listed this in August and it sold 4 days later. So a puffer jacket, it's packable in August. Fabulous. Very happy to get it out of here. The next sale is a Marmot Women's size 8 blue hiking short. Camping backpacking is what I had in the listing. These were actually my shorts. I bought them at a thrift store for $5 probably a year and a half ago before I was selling on eBay. I am approaching my 1 year of selling on eBay, and so I don't have a receipt for these shorts, so I do have a cost of goods of $0 in my spreadsheet for these. I ended up selling them for $14. I make a profit of $11.03 and they sold in 75 days. I've really enjoyed that about selling on eBay is that I can buy something for myself, and if it doesn't work out, I can try to sell it online, which where normally I probably would have redonated it. So that's been really great. The next sale is a J. Jill women's size 4X black short cap sleeve midi dress. It was stretchy and comfortable. I put the measurements, always putting the measurements in all of my garments. It sold for the full price of $39.95. I bought this at the half price day at Goodwill. I think that was 4th of July because it sold 36 days. In 36 days, I paid $5 and I made a profit of $27.76. So that was awesome. I don't have a lot of luck with J. Jill. I probably have 5 pieces in my closet, or in my store, I should say. Right now, I sold 2 of their love linen dresses. So those are 100% linen dresses pretty quickly. And then this one. So maybe the dresses do better than the tops and cardigans that I have in my store. I don't have any of the pants from J. Jill. From what I've seen in other reseller content, they don't sell super great, so I haven't picked them up. Second to last sale here. This is a Hannah Anderson women's size medium long john pajama set in confetti. And these are from 2023. They are 100% organic cotton. I don't have it in the title, which I usually put if there's like a natural material in the garment. I usually put that in the title because I know that it is searched pretty frequently. I do have it in the theme and the features. So if somebody searched organic cotton, these probably did pop up. These sold for an offer of $30. I had them listed at $39.99. I make a profit of $16.53 in 158 days. So for some women's pajamas, happy to see them go. Long sleeve pants in summer. Awesome. And then the last sale, I've probably shared like 3 times at this point. If you've seen any other videos on my channel or shorts. And this is the Lululemon License to Train shirt in a size medium in pink red. It had no tags. I got this from the consignment store, which I did do a thrift haul on last week. I bought it for $10 and some change, but there was tax because it was a consignment store. So my cost of goods is $11.04. I sold it on an offer that I sent out of $25.50 and I made $9.91 in 6 days, which I thought was pretty great because I got this shirt for myself and I tried it on and it fit and it was cute, but I just didn't think that I would pick it. So I thought I'll try and sell it, and it sold in a week. So that's awesome. I included the measurements, which correlate with the Lululemon size chart. So this was a size medium. So that is all the sales that I have for the week. Thanks so much for bearing with me in this first video. I hope that I can do a thrift haul video and a what sold video every week, along with maybe a couple of shorts. If you're interested in reseller content the way that I am, I'm always looking for new channels and new videos. I just can't get enough of reseller content. So if you're anything like me and you want to follow along, feel free to like and subscribe if you liked it, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.